working with. Nah, it's too late now. Go cry to your God. Most High, he got a sense of humor too. He said, hey, go call on your God who you've been believing in. But a lot of times it's yourself. He gonna say, go cry to yourself. Call your name out. Don't call his name out. Call your name out when the destruction starts to come. Don't be trying to run. Don't try to run and hide under someone that you figure is protected, because he gonna have them dogs catch you and eat your butt up right there and walk away from those that are his chosen. That's what he's just talking about. I mean, buzzards come down and just attack you. Say, I ain't waiting on you to die. I'm gonna kill you myself. Just eat you up. And they fight against the beast and the dogs trying to get you at the same time. That's what we talking about here. But people, you can take it lightly if y'all want to. You're gonna find out whether the Most High word is true or your feelings is true. Look at Jeremiah 8:2. And they shall spread them before the sun and the moon and all the hosts of heaven whom they have loved. And believe in all this idolatry. And yourself. Don't forget about yourself. You believe more in yourself, you believe in the Most High. It said, and whom they have served. That's what a lot of you serving. The sun, the moon, and the stars, the host of heaven, whom they have loved and whom they have served, and after whom they have walked, and whom they have sought, and whom they have worshipped. They shall not be gathered. What he said? They shall not be gathered, nor be buried. A whole lot of you ain't gonna be buried. They shall be for dung upon the face of the earth. And death shall be chosen rather than life by all the residue of them that remain of this evil family, which remain in all the places whither I have driven them, said the Most High Power of hosts, which is angels, that's going to do this and make sure it go down without a shadow of a doubt. And death shall be chosen rather than life by all the residue of them that remain of this evil family. You hear that? Because we as the children of Israel, we are family in our personal families. Those that are evil within our families, the judgment to them. And death shall be chosen rather than life by all the residue of them that remain of this evil family, which remain in all the places whither I have driven them, said the Most High Power of hosts. So you got to look at this. Go to Deuteronomy. The 30th chapter, the 15th verse. See, I have set before thee this day life and good, and death and evil. Life and good, and death and evil. The Most High said before us. So you got a choice to choose either. Death and evil. So you do evil things, you dealing with death. And that's what you're going to get. But see, it don't have to be like you think it's going to be. He get you in unawares. Look at what he said in Deuteronomy 11:26. Ain't nothing changed. It's always the same. Behold, I set before you this day a blessing and a curse. A blessing if, condition, ye obey the commandments of the Most High, your power, which I command you this day. and a curse if, condition, this condition, ye will not obey the commandments of the Most High your power, but turn aside out of the way which I command you this day, to go after other idols, which ye have not known. So we either choose life and good, or death and evil. Those are choices you have. You don't have no other choice. Look at Jeremiah 9 and 21. For death is come up into our windows. Drive-by shootings, people shooting, going through the window, people dead. For death is come up into our windows and is entered into our palaces. That's wherever you live. To cut off the children from without and the young men from the streets. Drive-by shootings. Look at how they killing each other in Chicago and all over. Young men dying early. Speak, thus said the Most High Power, even the carcasses of men shall fall as dung, as dookie upon the open field, and as the handful after the harvestmen, and none shall gather them. See? It's telling us, oh, but you got another way, huh? You have another way outside from what the Most High said he gonna do, huh? You gonna stop his hand from operating as he say he gonna do. I don't think so. That's why you better wake up, people. Oh, that ain't my God. Well, I guess it ain't. You made up your own. You done made up your own power. And see, that's the problem with a lot of our people, because they want to do what they want to do it how you want to do it. But don't come running trying to find somebody that you figure that you see that these things are not happening to, and you think the Most High not going to deal with you. He's still going to deal with you. He's still going to get you. Look at what happened to us in 70 AD. In Psalms 79. O Most High, the heathen are coming to thine inheritance. Thy holy temple have they defiled. They have laid Jerusalem on heaps. That's what they did, the Romans. Titus and Vespasian, as they came in and destroyed us. We, the true African biblical Israelites, that was in Israel. Listen, the dead bodies of thy servants have they given to be meat unto the fowls of the heavens. See? You said it's going to do it. It was done already. It's going to be done again. The flesh of thy saints unto the beasts of the earth. That's what we've been reading about. It's already happened in 70 AD. Their blood have they shed like water round about Jerusalem. And there was none to bury them. Just like he said, it happened. And it's going to happen again. Where I become a reproach, a disgrace to our neighbors, and a scorn and derision to them that are round about us. How long, Most High, wilt thou be angry forever? Shall thy jealousy burn like fire? Pour out thy wrath upon the heathen that have not known thee, and upon the kingdoms that have not called upon thy name. For they have devoured Jacob and laid waste his dwelling place. And they destroyed us. Mashakashai told us in Luke 21 and 20, told us this. That's why I say this would happen. Prophesied what would happen. It happened because, Israel don't want to listen. some not even steadfast to even remain in the truth or in remembrance of his word, to know enough to really be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us. Guess they didn't feel they'd done enough. They operated for a few years and that's it. That's all they needed. Now they feel whatever they're doing, the Most High understand their heart. You can say whatever you want to say, but that's exactly what you're saying. Most High understand your mind. He understand your actions. Believe that. He know your thoughts and your actions. Because you see what you're doing. Luke 21:20. He said, and when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies. What armies? The Roman armies. What we just read in Psalm 79, that's the great Holocaust right there. Millions of us died. He said, when you see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is not. Know that the time of Jerusalem being destroyed and desolate is near. Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains. That's when we fled into Africa, into Egypt, and into the interiors of Africa, running into provinces that we already had set up in Africa. And let them which are in the midst of it depart out. And let not them that are in the countries enter into. Don't come back into Africa. Excuse me, don't come back into Jerusalem, but flee into Africa. Select it. For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. See? See, but woe, destruction unto them that are with child. Destruction to them that are with child. Pregnant women, and to them that give suck, those that have little babies. That's still on the breast. In those days, for there shall be great distress in the land and wrath upon this people. We went into a lot of distress in 70 AD when we fell. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword and shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. See? And the times of the Gentiles just about over. We're just about through. That's why he said in Romans, now let me get Matthew 11:11. We know that we were under the oppressor, the Romans, who were the Italian Caucasian, was the superpower of the earth at the time. Matthew 11:11 says, verily I say unto you, among them that are born of women, there have not risen a greater than John the Baptist. Notwithstanding, he that is least in the kingdom of heaven is greater than he. And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven, which the kingdom of heaven are the children of Israel, suffereth violence. You see? And the violent take it by force. That's what happened. The violent people took us by force. Oh yeah. Took us down. That's why when you understand the severity of what the Most High did to us for not following him, then hopefully it wakes your mind up to realize how serious it is when it's about coming back to him before it's too late. Look. Jeremiah 7:33. And the carcasses of this people shall be meat for the fowls of the heaven and for the beasts of the earth, and none shall fray them away. Ain't nobody gonna shoot the beasts and the fowls away from the bodies that they're going to be eaten up. Then will I cause to cease from the cities of Judah and from the streets of Jerusalem the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride, for the land shall be desolate as it is today. This is the Most High did. This is what he said he's going to do, and that's what he done. And that's what he's going to do to those that don't want to come back to him in these last days, in these latter days. So you're going to consider it. But recognize, if not, then hopefully you can make it on your own. I hope whatever way you have going for you, I hope it'll work for you. Don't come running back to those that, because you're most likely going to have us shielded. And you ain't going to be able to reach those that are in seclusion of not being able to deal with all the madness that's going to be going on in the world. Because you got to go through this. Because you don't want to accept it now, don't think that you're going to just run over there and everything will be cool, everything will be okay. It ain't going to be okay. Jeremiah 34:20. I will even give them into the hand of their enemies, and into the hand of them that seek their life. And their dead bodies shall be for meat unto the fowls of the heaven and to the beasts of the earth. I mean, there it is again. But I guess he can't say it enough. Let him keep saying it till you get the point. Jeremiah 19:3. And say, hear ye the word of the Most High, O kings of Judah and inhabitants of Jerusalem. Thus said the Most High, power of hosts, power of armies. I will bring evil upon this place, the which whosoever heareth his ears shall tingle. See, but if you ain't hearing this, you think everything gonna be all peaches and cream? Because they have forsaken me and have estranged this place and have burned incense in it unto other idols, not to the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, whom neither they nor their fathers have known. Look at all these religions. All these religions didn't exist in the time of Moses, Isaiah, Jeremiah. Are you serious? We had laws, statutes, commandments to follow, point blank. That's it. Whom neither they nor their fathers have known, nor the kings of Judah, and have filled this place with the blood of innocence. They have built also the high places of Baal, to burn their sons with fire for burnt offerings unto Baal, which I commanded not, nor spake it, neither came it into my mind. Come on. Sacrificing your own sons to Baal. Therefore, behold, the days come, said the Most High, that this place shall no more be called Tophet, nor the valley of the son of Hinnom, but the valley of slaughter. There'll be a whole lot of valleys of slaughters in the places where we have been driven into in these last days, too. And I will make void the counsel of Judah and Jerusalem in this place. The counsel ain't going to mean nothing, he said. It's going to be vanity, whatever they saying. And I will cause them to fall by the sword before their enemies. So he's going to fight for us. And by the hands of them that seek their lives. And their carcasses will I give to be meat for the fowls of the heaven and for the beasts of the earth. And I will make this city desolate and in hissing. Everyone that passes thereby shall be astonished and hiss because of all the plagues thereof. Come on now. This is what he's telling his holy people. What do you think he's going to do to these other nations? He said, I will cause them to eat the flesh of their sons and the flesh of their daughters. And they shall eat every one the flesh of his friend in the siege and straitness, wherewith their enemies, wherewith their enemies, and they that seek their lives shall straiten them, had to eat our sons and daughters and friends.